And I'm delighted to say Michael's joining me on the line now. Morning, Michael.
Morning, Paul.
Good to have you on board. Now, we spoke a few months ago to Lauren, of course, from Pitchy Breath, and you are the director of their next production, The Tempest. How's it all going?
It's going well, thank you. We're probably just over halfway through rehearsal, so we're past the stage where everything's getting blocked, and we're now really working hard on sort of characterisation and fine-tuning and just adding those little special moments that make a production stand out.
Sure. Is it harder, Michael, to bring the Shakespeare play to the stage, because obviously it's so well established, and
I tend to have mixed views on this. I think it's very daunting going into Shakespeare if you're not experienced with it, and I personally feel that in schools the way we teach Shakespeare is very academic, so you tend to sit down and read it and discuss it before even seeing a Shakespeare play. And I personally feel that's not the best format for experiencing Shakespeare. You kind of need to go out and experience it live. And you really understand that even if you don't catch every single word of dialogue, if it's a decent enough production, you can intuit what people mean. So I think people get quite daunted by the text in Shakespeare, but when you break it down and when you experience it live, it is sort of very similar to how we think and feel today. I think that's one of the things that Shakespeare does so well, is capturing character.
Absolutely. So tell us about the cast you've got in this, because Pitchy's, I've been involved in Pitchy for many years, and it's always fantastic casts of local people. How have you found that?
Yeah, it's a very diverse cast. There's a lot of people here who I'm not familiar with. Yeah, everyone's been delightful. It's a really great group. We all get along very well. We've approached casting in a slightly flexible way, so there's a few characters who we've gender flipped or sort of made gender neutral, just to kind of switch up the dynamics a bit. And I'm really pleased with how this has gone so far. I think most notably we have a female Prospero, and we're sort of playing Ariel and Caliban as vaguely gender neutral, but we have a female actor playing Caliban as well, which is quite unusual. I think particularly when it comes to historic drama, obviously there's not a lot of diversity in drama that goes back, several centuries, and but we want to maintain the ability to tell these stories and to tell them in a way that makes them fresh and modern. So there is an increasing tendency to sort of inject sort of gender and racial diversity into these productions, which I think is great. It's a great way of exploring shows, of finding new angles, and just by running them with a diversity of actors, you get people coming to those shows with a diversity of experiences, and that really feeds in to make something interesting. So I'm all for it. I think it's going to carry on going.
Fantastic. Hopefully it will. And I know you've also got you guys are also doing a schools performance as well this year on the Friday.
Yeah, so we're running it on 16th, 17th and 18th of November, and on the Friday the 17th we've got a schools matinee. So that's going to be targeted specifically at schools, and we're going to try and get a Q&A and just I think it's a great way of engaging with the community. It's a way of getting schools out to see the play in real life, which is always really helpful, I think, for studying. But we also want to have a conversation, so we want to be able to engage with people and talk about the show as well.
Fantastic. And I'm sure that's exactly what we'll get if the old Pitchy magic does its stuff again. So that is The Tempest. It's in November at the Hawth, and we'll put all the details up on our social pages. Michael, really lovely to talk to you. Thanks for your time, and all the best with the production.
Thanks very much, Paul.